Welcome to the Tea Huddle with Marisa and Kelly.
Your only source for gridiron gossip.
If you're into football and you want to know a little bit more about the extra juice off the field, this is the podcast for you.
Even if you're not interested in football, come have fun with us.
Yes, there's more to the football than the,
it's a great time
the
here.
plays, the routes, the holding.
Who are we cheering for anyway?
We need to know. And if you want to know who we hate, who is getting in trouble, who is dating Taylor Swift, this is the place to find out. Come along with us.
Welcome.
As someone who's new to the football community, because I'm really, your background, you're into football, I'm into gossip, celebrity, scandal, heartwarming stories, all the off the field stuff. New to football, I'm really hitting my stride, you might say.
I know, it's like a little bit upsetting.
We played against each other in fantasy football. Okay, I didn't even know in the concept of fantasy football that you play against somebody each week. I thought just like everybody plays their teams and whoever gets the most points wins.
It's a competition.
It's a competition, and we went eye to eye, face to face, whatever the phrase is.
We did, and
I kicked your ass.
I got beat up out there.
I would like to thank Taylor Swift for making Travis Kelce just the best tight end that he can be, and I would like to thank myself for drafting him.
You had a stacked lineup.
It was
ugly out there, but hey, at least my Patriots won this week.
They did.
Beat the Bills.
McCorkle against Haley Steinfeld's boyfriend Josh Allen. Who saw that coming? I mean, maybe you did because you believe.
I believe in Mac.
I didn't.
Mac Jones, baby.
McCorksky came out on top.
Yeah, even though the Patriots' playoff chances are still on life support, the Dolphins and Bills are not as elite as they might have seemed, especially if the Pats beat the Dolphins this coming week, which I think is a reasonable possibility. We can do it.
I would love to see it.
We needed our luck to turn around. We needed some confidence, and now we have that, and I'm ready to see what they can do with it. I'm excited for the weeks to come.
Me too. All right, Kelly, give us a little bit of the rundown on week 7 in the NFL before we go into week 8. What do we need to know? What happened?
Yeah, so let me set the scene. Heading into week 7, there were 5 teams with a 1-5 record.
Okay.
So they only won one game, and they lost 5.
Oh.
And then 4 of those teams this week secured a win. So that was a big comeback week for
those who were on the bottom.
Yeah, those were on the bottom. They pulled off
Good
wins.
for them.
Arizona was the other one who lost still.
So now they're 1-6.
But the Bears, the Broncos, the Patriots, the Giants, they all won. So now they're 2-5 heading into week 8, and so am I on my fantasy team.
I'm the opposite. I'm 5-2.
That's really good.
Feels
That's
good.
Like the opposite.
It feels good.
Never know.
I'm like the Dolphins. Was that right?
Could be taken down.
That they're 5-2. Do you see how I just did that? That I knew that somebody's record. Right?
Just
That's impressive.
Off of your fantasy.
So it was a big week for comebacks. Everybody loves an underdog story. But let's get into the big stories off the field this week.
Yes.
What we came here to talk about.
Yeah, our top story today is Rams wide receiver DeMarcus Robinson. He was robbed at gunpoint in LA, and he was wearing $100,000 worth of jewelry that was robbed from him.
Yikes.
So that was pretty alarming, to
yeah.
say the least.
Yes, I read on TMZ. We love when a football story makes its way to TMZ. That's how you know that it's worth talking about.
Yeah.
That 2 men approached him, pointed firearms at him, and demanded he hand over his watch and other valuables. We're told that what he handed over equals up to like $100,000. He obliged. The guys took off. The cops have launched an investigation, but no arrests yet.
I haven't found him yet. I wonder what the other valuables would be.
I know. Definitely a necklace.
Did they take his car?
I don't think so. I think it was just like what he had on his person.
Yeah.
I wonder if they took anything out of his wallet, his phone. I guess
he's been in the league for a while, so I guess he has some money, but he's
like
a decent player.
He's been around.
It's his first year in LA.
Oh, he's in the wrong
doesn't know-
parts of
yeah, he
town.
doesn't
I
know where to
guess he's
hang
new
out.
to the city. And then he played on Sunday after that. So I guess it didn't get him down too bad.
I mean, yeah, these football players do make a lot of money, but that's
Yeah.
gotta shake you up, you know?
Yeah, right. And like, I wonder if the other team was talking trash.
Yeah, like taunting with
Yeah.
valuables.
Mm-hmm. Okay. I feel like we've gone long enough without talking about what the real highlights of the week were. Are we calling them Tavis? Are we calling them trailer?
I like trailer.
I like trailer too. I think it's funny. Also, it's a word that already exists. Either way, you know exactly what we're talking about. Taylor Swift was at her 4th NFL game in as many weeks, right? This is only maybe.
Yeah, they're serious.
They're so serious. They're so in love. I am as well with them as a couple.
I think we all are.
If they don't last till at least, I'm not even going to say
They
till the
have
Super
to
Bowl.
last through the whole season.
If they don't last through the season
At
and the
least.
off season into next season,
yeah.
I'm devastated. And I'm sort of questioning, does true love exist?
And Travis's career is probably over at that
Yeah.
point. Like
They seem
fallen from grace.
so happy. Giddy. They seem giddy.
They seem giddy.
She's someone who every aspect of her life seems so calculated, pre-planned, like manicured down to the morsel. And this version of her, she's
letting
just
loose.
letting loose. She's like leaning out the window of the suite that she's in, and people are like, is she not in like armed cars with like
Yeah.
3 security
She
guards
seems
around her?
more like a normal person.
Carefree
Yeah.
almost, doing
Handshake.
handshakes with Brady Mahomes. So just to give a little bit of a rundown of the things that I'm obsessed with about their developments this week. So first, we know since our last episode that he bought a $6 million house to give them increased privacy because his
Sounds
current
like a
house
long-term investment to me.
sounds like it. Also, like, pretty hot that $6 million is a drop in the bucket for your boyfriend. That he's just like, oh, not enough privacy for you, babe? Like, I'll just
Yeah,
buy
I
a new
got
house.
this.
But good thing, because so the morning of his game, there were pictures of him getting his Rolls Royce washed. And there are tweets that are like, oh my God, is he getting it washed so that like it's clean for Taylor? Flash forward to later in the night, they're driving around in his Rolls Royce. He was getting it cleaned for her. I mean, we
Yeah,
shouldn't know that.
he's
It's
still
too
trying
much.
to impress.
It's too much. Then I got an alert from a Twitter account that follows where her jet goes, that her jet touched down in Kansas City. So I knew
That's
we're getting her
crazy.
at the game. We're getting her at the game.
You're crazy.
I mean, yeah. Yes, I am. I've crossed over to the crazy town. She shows up at the game in her third unique Chiefs outfit. We found out later that she was wearing a Chiefs sweatshirt on top of a Chiefs t-shirt.
She's going all in.
It's really exciting. One thing that I noticed about her outfit as well is so she gets to the game in black heels.
Oh, I saw the boot
and
heel
then,
situation.
and then later in the night, there's a the picture of her kissing him on the cheek. I know that soon enough it won't be exciting that like a girlfriend is kissing her boyfriend on the cheek, but it
No,
was
but
just
that's like the first time
like,
we've seen it.
contact
I think. Yeah.
we've seen.
And he's so tall.
He's
Like
so right. So
I knew he was so tall, but
and
like
she's so tall.
Yeah.
So I'm like, wait, she's wearing heels and he's still that tall, but she had changed into sneakers. And the sneakers is a news story of their own because apparently all the Chiefs like get together. They love to do like collabs and give their wives and girlfriends like merch. And they
that.
made a sneaker for the Chiefs' wives and girlfriends. And Taylor is a Chiefs girlfriend.
she's a chief girlfriend.
So she got the sneakers. So she changed out of the heels into the sneakers. So he was even taller for the kissing picture. And
they look great. The shoes look great.
the shoes look great. The kiss looks great. He's
Apparently
so
they're
happy.
for sale people. So
I need a pair.
get your
I need a
pair now.
The last thing I'm obsessed with, and then I swear we can move on because a lot happened this week outside of Tavis trailer, and we got to get into that too. But he's walking to an elevator after the end of the game, and like he's on top of the world. He just won. The most famous girl in the world is there as his girlfriend, and somebody shouts out, "Yeah, Taylor's boyfriend, go Taylor's boyfriend!" And he does like a fist pump into the air.
Yeah, he's embracing it.
He's embracing it. He's not threatened. He's not emasculated. He knows he's a star outside of football world regardless. He knows he's not threatened by being associated as like just somebody's boyfriend. And this is what we need for her. America loves a love story.
He's confident. He's ready to handle it.
Oh, it's so good.
And I will say, I feel like the media this week kind of toned it down a little bit. They didn't flash to Taylor as many times.
Some of us wish they did a little more. But
I mean, yeah, Travis playing, he is still like tuned into Taylor being there. He doesn't need to see her. I mean, on like the big screen every few minutes, he knows she's there. And the stats, they say it all.
She's bringing out the best in him.
I think it was like when Taylor's there, he gets 100 receiving yards. And when she's not there, it's only like 40 or 50. So he doubles in performance.
Wow. They're making each other better, you guys. And is that not what we all want in life? Oh, one thing I'm not obsessed with. So as I mentioned just moments ago, she is very
she thinks about her image.
Yes. Her every move. There's security. She has an advanced team who knows exactly where she's going to be at all time. Her publicist, shout out Tree, is dialed in, is as dialed into the PR world as Travis is to the tight end world, And she was in the suite high-fiving with Jackson Mahomes.
Yeah, I know the Swifties are pissed about this, so can you give us some more details on what's going on with Jackson?
So Jackson Mahomes, Patrick Mahomes' younger brother, he was arrested earlier in 2023 on 3 counts of aggravated sexual battery and 1 count of misdemeanor battery. We always knew he was annoying.
Yeah.
He is like a wannabe TikToker. He has gotten in like mild trouble, hot water in the past. He's just really like trying to ride his brother's coattails in mine and everybody else who's watching opinion, and trying to like get followers.
Last season he was always like there on the sidelines
making TikTok. Exactly. He got in trouble for doing a TikTok dance on top of a memorial at another team's NFL game. He got in a little bit of trouble for dumping water on Ravens fans after they were heckling him last season. But in February, he was at a bar in Kansas City and he forcibly kissed the owner of the bar 3 times.
Yikes.
And shoved a male member of her waitstaff. It's on video, the forcibly kissing. It's very uncomfortable. I mean, obviously uncomfortable to watch. It's aggressive and it's a crime that he's being charged with. So the fact he has a terrible reputation, rightfully so. The fact that she was chumming it up with him feels like someone should get in trouble for allowing this to happen.
Yeah, where's the PR team now to let her be in the same box with him and like maybe a few high fives in there?
Yeah, it was a little icky.
He was always in the videos when they zoomed in on Taylor.
Yeah, so. And there's funny memes about like how bad he probably wanted to ask her for a TikTok.
Like, he's leaning over,
lurking over, like looking at her phone. Like, you think she'll take a picture? So no photos of the two of them together, like posing. So I wonder if either someone did give her a heads up, like don't take a picture with this guy.
Yeah, I mean, I guess there's only so much you can do when you're in a box with someone.
Yeah.
The family box, I guess.
It's nice that she's blending into Travis's life. It would just be better if she wasn't doing it with somebody who is actively under investigation for sexual assault.
Yeah, didn't he have like a hearing the day after or something?
2 days after, right. So Sunday was the game. They're buddy. Tuesday was his, it was just to set a date for the real hearing, which will be on January 3rd.
Happy New Year, Jackson.
Yeah. So Taylor, stay away from him.
Yeah.
Don't stay away from Travis, but stay away from Jackson. Another NFL player who crossed over to the mainstream attention this week is
Let's hear it.
Nick Bosa.
Yeah, he's a defensive lineman on the 49ers.
Okay, all I know really about him is that he looks good in his underwear. Not sure I know a little bit more about him because I had to do the deep dive. Kim Kardashian announced this week that her company Skims is launching Skims Men. And Skims is known not just for their honestly great products. That's what I hear. Everybody says they're great. But also for their ad campaigns. Just like the most relevant celebrities, really like timely, well done ad campaigns. So launching Skims Men She did it with one NFL player, one soccer player, and one basketball player. And the chosen one was Nick Bosa.
He's a good looking guy.
He's a good looking guy. His like Twitter trending skyrocketed. He got a bunch more Instagram followers. He looks good. He looks good in the ads, but I'm here to say, ladies, he's not our new imaginary boyfriend. We don't love him the way we love Travis Kelce. Don't get distracted by the abs and the biceps and the thighs and all the rest of it. He's not an enemy. He just kind of sucks. He's had some bad tweets and likes in the past, like not the most offensive. He did say Beyonce's music is trash, which
so he has no taste.
He has no taste. His ex-girlfriend had some like particularly horrible tweets go public right before they split up, which smelled like a PR person was telling him you got to break up with your shitty girlfriend.
Disassociate.
To me, she tweeted a bunch of homophobic slurs, some racial slurs. You are the company you keep. So Nick Bosa, Beyonce's music isn't trash. You're trash.
This is a warning to all the ladies out there.
That like if you're looking
Don't
for an
fall
NFL,
for
if
it.
you're looking for an NFL boyfriend,
there's better options.
Yeah, we'll let you know who it is, but it's not Nick Bosa. So unbookmark the posts.
Kim, you picked the wrong one.
There's a lot out there. There's a lot of men to add to the crush list. It's just not Nick Bosa. So, just public service announcement here to everybody.
So these players seem to get arrested a lot.
It's something that they do.
So we can't help it. We have to do a quick
step out of the car. Oh, step out of the car, Chris Olave. Step out of the car.
Kelly, can you tell us what happened here?
Yes, late Monday night, Chris Olave, he is a wide receiver for the Saints. He was stopped going 70 miles per hour in a 35 mile per hour zone. Which
that is double.
It's fast enough to get you charged with reckless driving.
That'll do it, I guess.
It's double. And we've seen the body cam footage of when he got arrested, which we have to mention he did not resist.
Okay, points for not resisting arrest.
He acknowledged what happened.
Yeah, he's like, okay.
He did say, I play for the Saints.
Yeah.
Hoping that might help him.
Did it?
And the cop just said, and
that's pretty funny. But like, if you have a card, you might as well
Gotta
throw it out there,
yeah.
see what happens. The guy might be like, "Oh, trade you an autograph to get out of these handcuffs." But he didn't.
You gotta try it.
Yeah, he got arrested.
His brother was really funny. He was like, my bro just went on his way back to the crib from CVS. It was nuttin'.
It was nuttin'. His bro said it was nuttin'. I, just like Chris Olave, love CVS.
Sometimes you really need something. You gotta hustle.
Yeah, you're in a rush. Who know? We don't know what he was bringing back. It could have been something important.
Snickers.
Sneakers.
Snickers.
Yeah, grab a Snickers.
Remember those Snickers commercials?
Yeah. You're not yourself when you're hungry.
He's hungry.
Just respect the speed limit and the law, Chris Olave. But it'll be fine.
You'll be okay.
I'm sure he'll play this week.
Yeah.
It was just a little. It was nothing.
It was nothing. It was managed.
There was another arrest this week. He wasn't the only one. This one was not nothing. This one was bad. We have somebody to add to our enemy list. I'm going to make a list. I feel like we should have a list.
Yeah, we have one in our minds.
In our minds, but I'm going to put pen to paper.
Let's do it.
We know like Deshaun Watson is at the top of our list. We know, unfortunately, I know America loves Tyreek Hill. He's on our list. Everybody just, it is what it is. Dalvin Cook is on our, I'll keep it going. I'll keep a running list. And someone we need to add to the list this week is Justin Ross.
He's a wide receiver for Kansas City.
Okay. So while we're telling Taylor to stay away from Jackson Mahomes, stay away from Justin Ross. Everyone stay away from Justin. I hope he had nothing to do with the sneakers. Enough, get away, Justin.
Someone take those back.
Yeah, so first it didn't sound maybe like it was so bad. He was arrested on Monday in Kansas on the felony charge of criminal damage, which I believe means that whatever you damaged is valued at more than $25,000. So I'm brainstorming. So nothing else had been released at that point, just that he was arrested for that. So I'm like, $25,000 is a lot. Like, did he bash in someone's car? Did he, like, you have to be, I think, intentional to
25,000. Yeah,
so more came to light on Tuesday. The booking report was amended that the damage charge was brought down to a misdemeanor, which means it was less than $25,000, but he was also charged with domestic battery.
Ooh.
A woman who the report says is classified as someone who he either is or has been in a dating relationship with, said he dragged her throughout the house and tore up the house. She said he damaged her iPhone, her laptop, computer, her computer monitor, her car key, and her gold bracelet. She had to go to the neighbor's house to call the police because he damaged her phone. Gross. Horrible.
Horrifying.
Enemy list for you in bold. Justin.
So did he get a felony for
Ross.
this, or it was downgraded?
I think it was down. He was arrested on a felony charge, but then in the
final booking,
it was I think brought down to a misdemeanor. He has no
it's horrible.
priors.
Yeah.
His bail was set at $2,500. Seems low.
Very low.
Jackson Mahomes' bail was set at $100,000, which he paid and was out the same day because when your brother is a star quarterback.
Yeah.
What's $100,000? But $2,500.
That's like almost offensive. That's
how low it is.
Yeah, really low.
I agree. More to come as this goes to trial or whatever happens here. But we hate you, Justin Ross. You're gross.
Yeah, stay away. Taylor and
Taylor.
Trailer.
No. Yeah, both of you, Trailer. Don't throw to him. No secret handshakes.
Yeah.
Cut him off.
He's on the list.
He's on the list.
So that story was a little scary.
Yeah.
Let's lighten it up
All
with
right.
our spooky segment.
Ooh, right turn alert. Left turn? Either one. We're turning.
And that brings us to our Halloween-themed word of the day.
Yes, we're getting in the Halloween spirit. All right, Kelly, what is today's word?
The word of the day is trade deadline.
Ooh, spooky.
Scary, right?
Okay, I'm really glad we're talking about this because this is all new to me. I'm refreshing Twitter. I'm looking for information about like who's getting arrested, who's dating Taylor Swift, and people are getting traded left and right. People are getting dropped. I watch
Still happening, yeah.
Hannah Ann from The Bachelor on TikTok, and her fiance Jake Funk got traded, and they had one day to move from wherever they were moving to Miami. So trade deadline. Tell me all about
scary
it.
situation when it happens. Yeah, trade deadline. It's the window for teams to acquire and offload players. So teams have from the beginning of the season up until this date, which is October 31st, Halloween.
Spooky
Halloween, to finalize their roster.
It's like drop ad in college. Like you have however much time to decide if you want to stay with this class or if it's going to bring down your average.
Exactly. It's exactly like that.
Okay, I totally get it.
Yeah, and teams they'll trade for players. They'll trade for draft picks, depending on the situation.
They'll trade for draft picks. So they'll be like, we don't want you, but we want somebody we don't even know who they are yet.
It's usually when they're planning for future seasons, rebuilding, they'll call it.
So they're sort of saying, when they trade for a draft pick, they're sort of saying, like, all is lost this year.
A little bit.
We have no hope, but
they're planning for the future. That's
we'll put
how
our
they
eggs
say it.
in our futures basket.
They're rebuilding.
Okay. Fascinating.
And most NFL players have no control over where they get traded, as you were saying. Like they'll find out, and then next week they'll be playing for a new team. Some players do have a no trade clause in their contract. So
I would want that in my contract.
Yeah, it's kind of nice to have a say in where you're going to be working.
So probably you have to be like good and established to have that in your contract.
Yeah, the big one this year that was talked about a lot is quarterback Kirk Cousins for the Vikings. He has a no trade clause.
Oh,
so he can veto any potential trade and
opt
out. But I think he's safe from a trade now, officially, now that the Vikings beat the 49ers on Monday night, which was a primetime game.
That was exciting.
You know, he doesn't historically win primetime games. So it was a big big win for the
I
Vikings.
remember that being like a plot point in
Gets
quarterback.
stressed, I think,
He
when the
gets
TV's out
nervous.
there.
He said that they've been listening to a lot of Creed in the locker room, and that's been really helping them win.
All right, soul cleansing.
I just love Kirk. I want to keep him in my pocket. But okay, so Kirk's not going anywhere.
not going
Minnesota.
anywhere.
Who do we think? So we have less than a week left before the trade deadline.
The trade.
And so normally do people are there a lot of trades, you think, in the last week? Like people get them in under the wire?
I think they kind of wait as long as they can to see, think about their strategy. We did see one a few weeks ago. We talked about when J.C. Jackson, who's a cornerback, was traded from the Chargers back to New England, the Patriots.
Yes, there was a warrant out for his arrest and nothing has happened. He plays the games. They know where he is and no one has arrested him. So riddle me that.
He must have paid the $60 fine finally.
Yeah.
So that was one that happened a few weeks ago. But yeah, I have a few predictions that of people who might be traded the upcoming weeks.
Let's hear it. Tell us.
The first one is Derrick Henry. He is a running back for the Tennessee Titans.
I see him on TikTok.
Yeah, he's very good. He is a very big player.
Big guy. And
he can destroy anyone in his way.
He has a cross nose ring. That's all I know about him.
Yeah. He might have that too. he has really long hair too, and he's just fast.
Yeah, I like him.
The general manager of the Titans is kind of embracing this rebuilding strategy.
Okay.
I think so. They made a trade this past weekend, and I could see them kind of getting rid of all of their good players, including Derek, which he's been on the Titans forever. So it would be a little shocking if he was to be traded.
Like when Hannah Ann from The Bachelor was packing up their house in wherever they were. It doesn't matter.
LA.
Like there were like 4 things in the closet because they'd only been there for 3 weeks and it's not a big deal. But if he's been
been
on
there since 2016, so
for almost a decade, like those closets are full.
Yeah, he's got a house.
Yeah.
But I'm sure many teams would take him. He's a great player. My guess is the Ravens would pick him up.
Okay, Derrick Henry, see you in the Ravens.
So we'll see about him. Another prediction is Juju Smith-Schuster. Who's a wide receiver for the Patriots currently. I think maybe this is just me kind of thinking it's not a good fit because
him and McCorkle are not vibing.
Not vibing. Yeah, we picked up the Patriots picked up Juju this year. They're paying him $33 million over 3 years, and he just hasn't really been that impressive on the Patriots. So I'm hoping he will go back to the Kansas City Chiefs where he came from.
Where he came from. Okay, really quick before I ask my question. So the couple that was in the photo where Taylor was kissing Travis, I had to Google them because who are they? Why are they in a picture where she's kissing Travis for the first time in our eyes? And so it was a player who was on the Chiefs. He got traded to the Jets and then he got traded back to the Chiefs within like the season. And now his girlfriend's taking pictures with Taylor Swift. So
it's a win-win for everyone.
So maybe Juju Smith will also
J.C. Jackson did that. So you never know.
Okay, so everybody, ghouls and goblins and trade deadlines are out and about for Halloween. Another thing that's a little bit spooky, a little bit scary is this week's Final Goss.
Final Goss.
You may have seen the video. Everyone might have seen the video. The rapper Blueface turned his suite at SoFi Stadium for the Rams game on Sunday into a literal strip club. Did you see this video?
I did see this. This was insane.
Still reeling from what you saw?
You know, you learn something new every week in this.
You sure do.
This league.
So for those of you out there unfamiliar with Blueface, he is a rapper. Known for the song Tatiana. So, Tatiana. But more known for his outrageous personal life. He is always getting into trouble. He has been involved in some unsavory situations. He's been involved in arrests, domestic battery. He had like several women who he called all his girlfriends living in his home at one time. He was streaming it on OnlyFans. I think they all lived in like bunk beds. It was giving very R. Kelly.
Yeah, I was gonna say
there was one clip that went viral a couple years ago where he was filming himself going into each of their rooms saying, "Okay, ladies, today you're all getting tattoos or you're getting kicked out of the house.
Oh my God.
Yeah, so it's like very icky, creepy, gross. Anyway, that brings us to
Don't like him. Really scary.
Very spooky. This weekend at SoFi Stadium, he had a suite. At SoFi, they are on field level. So you're like,
who gave this man his own suite?
who agreed to this?
Yeah.
Beats me. That person probably should get fired. So he brought a whole bunch of strippers. He brought his girlfriend, and he brought what must have been tens of thousands of dollars worth of cash. So these girls are all in this video that went viral, shaking it in thongs on field level.
Yeah, they're just stripping.
He's throwing cash at them. He's throwing cash at people in the stands above him, making it rain, you might say. He turned the Rams game into a strip club. Then the sort of most shocking part of it all is at halftime, he decides, I'm going to propose to my girlfriend. So he films like an emotional confessional in the bathroom. He takes this
really
romantic diamond ring out of his pocket and proposes to her. It seemed sweet and romantic. I guess she seemed touched by it. And
romance.
As if all of this wasn't odd enough, the very next day, he was ordered to pay $13 million in damages relating to a shooting from 2022 at a Las Vegas strip club.
So maybe he'll ask for that money back.
So maybe he shouldn't have been spending so much money at the Rams game. And I guess better to incur $13 million worth of damages at the club rather than at the Rams game. But I would guess he's not being invited back anytime soon.
Yeah, imagine if you took your children to that game.
You're sitting front row. It's like little Johnny's first day at his favorite team's game. And then he's just like, hello, what's happening down there? I mean, all press is good press, I guess. But I feel like SoFi and the Rams, this is not what they're looking for.
I hope he's having fun now because I feel like his days are numbered.
out here in...
Yeah, he's got a lot of money to pay up and he's been doing shady things.
So we love...
But congratulations.
Yeah, congratulations on the engagement. We love when celebs come to the game and can't wait to see who will be, next week. Next week, Taylor's still not yet on tour, so will she be at her 5th NFL game?
This could be the last one.
Will another team stadium turn into a strip club? How many more arrests will be before next Thursday?
Tune in.
And
stay juicy.